we just had amazing good news. And look, I realize sometimes I come in and, hey, it's cloudy and, it's not sunlit uplands. There's a reason for that. And I think you've seen the benefits of that we got to get ahead of these fights. If we don't get ahead of these fights, you're going to absolutely lose or be tapped along. And that's why this audience is so powerful. People know now in Washington, D.C., and, hey, throughout the capitals of the world, from Beijing to Moscow to Tehran, that you guys are on the cutting edge. But we do love good news. And this, I think, to me, is some of the best news I've ever heard. From President Donald J. Trump, just sent it out. The great Charlie Kirk has just retweeted this. This is President Trump. I am pleased to announce that Peter Navarro, a man who was treated horribly by the deep state, or whatever else you would like to call it, will serve as my senior counselor for trade and manufacturing, period. That means senior counselor, that's the highest office you can give in the White House. Senior counselor. I was senior counselor and chief strategist. Peter is senior counselor for trade and manufacturing. Now, this is back to President Trump, and I quote, during my first term, few were more effective or tenacious than Peter in enforcing my two sacred rules: buy American, hire American. He helped me negotiate unfair trade deals like NAFTA, renegotiate unfair trade deals like NAFTA and the Korean-U.S. Free Trade Agreement, and moved every one of my tariff and trade actions fast. The senior counselor position leverages Peter's broad range of White House experience while harnessing his extensive policy, analytic, and media skills. His mission will be to help successfully advance and communicate the Trump manufacturing, tariff, and trade agendas. Peter is just not a superb Harvard-trained economist. He's a noted author of more than a dozen best-selling books on strategic business management and unfair trade. He did a superb job for the American people in my first term. Peter will do even better as senior counselor to protect American workers and truly make America manufacturing great again. That's Dr. Peter Navarro. Great news. The reality we have to deal with here is we're losing so many contributors, and we're happy to do it. We're actually behind the scenes, as you can imagine, really pushing for our men and women. There'll be many more announcements, and a lot more of the team, I believe, will be going in to help President Trump, either in agencies, cabinet, over at the cabinet agencies, the departments, the cabinet departments. Some of these agencies are in the White House or maybe even overseas. And we're very proud. We want our people, we want all of our people, if they are prepared to make the sacrifice for their country and for the president and for the American people, definitely to do it. Peter Navarro, a fellow inmate, because he would go to prison rather than buckle to Nancy Pelosi. That's the kind of guy Navarro is. They don't come any tougher, but they don't also come any wiser or any kinder. Peter's a very big-hearted guy. You wouldn't know that by the kind of, the bantam rooster fight he's got all the time. But Peter Navarro always puts the American worker first. His key focus is does this make sense and help and assist the American worker? And if we keep that as our guiding star, one of our guiding stars, we're going to do just fine.